The 45th Annual Southern Africa Telecommunication Association Conference will be held from tomorrow until Friday at the Sandton Convention Centre. And the theme of the conference, ICT connectivity and service delivery for the benefit of all, actually underscores the importance of broadband expansion, AI integration, and of course emerging technologies in creating a more connected and inclusive society. The SATA conference serves as a premier platform for telecommunications leaders, policymakers, industry stakeholders, and an opportunity to exchange insights and discuss some of the key advancements and drive a regional digital transformation. Now, this year's conference will feature a ceremonial handover of the SATA chairmanship from Botswana Fibre Networks to Openserve on Friday, and this marks a new phase of leadership within the association. But for more about the conference, we are joined here in studio by the acting CEO of Openserve, Selby Khuzwayo. Mr. Khuzwayo, thanks so much for your time. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning to your viewers as well.
So perhaps just as a place to start, let's just talk about SATA and its mandate for those who may not be au fait with it. How long has this particular conference been running for?
It's been running for 45 years now. SATA was formed exactly the same year as SADC, in fact, by SADC leaders, and that's why it's been running same time and same equal years with SADC.
So this year, looking at the theme, the objectives that you are hoping to achieve for this year's conference.
Well, look, we work with our partners as we are part of a team in this association. So there's been programs that have been going on ever since, and we've been evolving with the association. But for this year, as been stipulated, we're looking at AI. We can't be left behind. We aim to connect everybody, but if there are trends developing like AI coming into everybody's life, so it's key that we as association look at that and see how we can enhance it.
When we talk about inclusivity, you talk about AI, but people are struggling with basic, connectivity. So how then do we marry these to make sure that we don't get left behind in the broader scheme of things, but also take along everybody else as we move?
Of course, I think we all are about connecting people. That's how the association is made of, people and companies that connects people. But how do they use that connectivity? Because that's not the ultimate goal, to have them connected, is how they use it. And hence we're saying, if we see developments like AI coming up, it is important that for those first movers, they don't get left behind by other first movers in the global economy.
So when we look at artificial intelligence in the SADC context,
yes,
right now, how do we compare to those who are leading the race?
Well, as you would know, particularly in South Africa, you find both worlds. You'll find some that are far ahead and some that are lagging behind. So what we all aiming for is to give access to everybody, make sure nobody's getting left behind. Those who are ahead can then also continue, thrive, and lead. But we don't want to leave anybody behind. Hence, we make sure that we connect everybody. And that's what the association is about, having everybody connected without leaving some communities behind.
But what are some of the practical steps that you have in mind to achieve that? Because it's all good and well to say the right thing, but when it comes to doing the right thing, making sure that rural communities are equally, developed to take advantage of the connectivity, broadband, and move along with AI, because you can sit anywhere in the world and you should be able to participate. That is what this sort of development is meant to bring about. So how do you walk the talk in this regard?
Well, that's why this conference is important. We come together with other association members from the other countries. Thereby, we make sure that we align our technologies, and we also learn from each other, which then helps us all move together as a region. Because what is key for us is to collaborate with our partners around SADC and make sure that as SADC we develop and cover this ground of making sure everybody is connected.
So what are the key topics for discussion this week?
Well, key issues, firstly, we have also an opportunity because we have G20 in South Africa this year as the presidency, which Telkom is part of it for the B20 aspect of it. So we're also going to share that with our SADC community, how there's be discussion with that. The minister will be there, the group CEO has a panel that speaks to such issues with other business leaders. And also another key aspect these days is cybersecurity. We've also put in an agenda around that. There will be few plenary sessions that address those key aspects. The same as emerging technology, we'll be looking at that as well.
And in terms of some of the challenges, major challenges that you've identified, what would those be?
Well, look, I think in every aspect of life, there would be the good, the bad, and some challenges. Working together, coming of everybody together is on its own a challenge because everybody believes they've got the right thinking, they've got the best thinking. And this is what we're trying to make sure we align on. That let's have the same vantage point, align that vantage point so that we move together as unison, and also making sure that as a developing Southern Africa or community, we're moving forward together and not leaving anybody behind.
So the chair of SATA will move from Botswana to South Africa to Telkom and Openserve on day 3 of the conference. So just in terms of the leadership role that you envision South Africa will take on this?
Well, look, SATA is an organization that leads by consensus. So the part of leading means you facilitate and you play your role as responsibility of taking the lead because leadership rotates with every member. So, but we do get a chance to influence the agenda, which, as I say, AI is key for us, and therefore we need to have that. At the same time, covering broader communities. You mentioned rural. Openserve or Telkom wishes to cover as much as possible, making sure that even the rurals are covered. So those are the aspects that we'll be putting on the table to make sure that we align with our SADC community. At the same time, technology, as it is important that when we engage with them, we have technology that can communicate with each other. That's why it becomes important as well that we align. Because it doesn't help one member run ahead with certain technology when the others maybe are on different technologies.
And just with regard, as we wrap this, with regard to those who may be trying to enter the space, lots of talk about Starlink and Elon Musk wanting to come and play in the South African space, and I would suppose more broadly. So as, SATA, are these some of the issues that will come under discussion?
Well, we welcome everybody. We believe the more the merrier, and that's how it makes everybody progress, because competition is, if it's healthy and allows everybody, then it's good. We're coming from monopoly. People were worried about Telkom. We in the competitive space, we're still thriving. So we welcome that as Openserve and Telkom. But the same as SATA, we want to have everybody play and contribute.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Selby Khuzwayo, Acting CEO of Openserve, speaking about the upcoming Southern Africa Telecommunications Association conference.